Okay, Avery, we're doing this for our morning work. And we're doing our time test.
Okay, I'm going to pass out your fluency this morning. If you'll go ahead and write your name, date, and number.
Is it Friday?
How about your Avery? How about your Dacaria?
Is it 7th?
So today is August 16th, 2016. I'm sorry, September. Thank you for correcting. If you will, take your fluency and put it underneath. That even means your practice fluency. I can't see that out. Practice fluency and this week's fluency. You can go ahead and hide that. Alright, is today's a test?
Yeah!
Yes. How many minutes do you have?
3.
3. How many problems?
50.
Can you do it?
No.
Can you do it?
No. Maybe.
Alright, so I'm starting my timer. You've got 3 minutes. Pencils up.
Oh. Cheater.
Ready? Set. Go. Finish early, make sure you check your answers. pencils up. When I call your name, you can go ahead and bring me your 3 things. Your fluency test today, your practice for the week, and your written ones. I want them in that order. I want your test on top, your weekly practice on the next, and then underneath on the bottom, I want to get your paper that you've been writing your practice. Alright, number 1. I shouldn't see any pencils moving on that test. Alright, y'all, I'm going to put this in your Wednesday folder. 2. 3, 4, 5. You'll just keep yours to be. Number 5. Put this in your Wednesday folder. 6. 6, can I put this in your folder? 7. 8.
9.
Oh, I'm just kidding. Don't put that in your binder. I need to grade it, though. Silly. You can bring them to me.
9.
Woo, thank you. William's on it. He's already had it up here ready for me. I didn't have to call his name. Have you already ordered?
Do I sign homework binder too?
Are you gonna not have your homework? Do you have your homework with you? High five to you, sir. 16. 17. 18. 19. Oh, I already said that. You don't have to. I can add it right in. Who's after Trinity? Real. 22. 23. Where's your practice? Hey guys, what letter do we have left? Okay, and what is out right this second? Are there tests out right now?
Yes.
Okay, so should we be talking, Leo? Is that everybody?
Yes.
Alright, if you will, now we're going to go over our morning warm-up. So if you'll come to your seat, if you're not already there, if you'll look at your morning warm-up, you will see that 32 is the first number we've got to discuss. We've got to figure out, is 32 a prime or is 32 a composite number? How on earth do I figure that out, Luke Ellis? Probably, but let's try and figure that out. So I need to make a what?
Right.
A factor T.
Oh my God.
Alright, so my first number, when I start counting, I say 1. So that's going to be my first factor 1 and 32. Someone said that this is an even number, so it probably is a factor. It probably has a factor of what? 2. Well, we're going to have to figure that out. So 32 divided by 2. How many times will this 2 go into this 3? 1. And 1 times 2 equals 2. So I'm going to subtract. 3 take away 2 is 1. And I got to bring down my 2. How many times will 2 go into 12? 6. Now I've got to double check. 6 times 2 equals 12. That was 6 times 2 equals 12. So when I take away, I'm going to be left with 0. So that means that 2 and 16 are also factors of 32. Do I have to figure out any more factors to determine if this is prime or composite? And how do I already know, Zachary? What are those things called? Not multiples. Starts with F. Factors. So the number 32 is composite. Yes, baby.
4 times 8.
I could have also done 4 times 8. High five, Leo. 3, 2, 1. Really good. High five to Leo. 3, 2, 1. Alright, next. My number is 89. Is 89 odd or even?
Odd.
Woo. So when we make our factor sheet for 89, I first use what number?
1.
And 89. What do I know about the number 89?
It's not odd.
It's not.
Is it prime or composite?
Prime.
Did anybody figure out any other factors that will go into 1 and 89? Now I can, what? Or I can flip it and reverse it. So I could have done 89 and 1. And what property does that cover?
Commutative
Commutative
property.
property. So 89 is a prime number. Primary, prime. Alright, the number 7. We gotta make our factor sheet. Alright, 1 times 7. Will 2 times anything give me the number 7? No. Will 3 times anything? 4, 5, 6. What about 7?
Yes.
7 times? And that means I just flipped it and reversed it. Alright, so I've only got 2 factors. So this number must be what, Leo? Prime. Alright, next, the number 51. Don't be confused with the number 57. That is 51.
Oh.
I can do 1 and 51, and I can do 51 and 1. So this number is prime. Next, I've got 78. 78. Is 78 an odd or an even number? Even. So that must mean that 2 will go into it, right? Well, let's see. First off, my factors would be 1 and 78. And then I would have to do division. I would have to do 2 into 78. How many times does 2 go into 7? I can go 2, 4, 6. Can I go another one? So how many times will it go in? 3. And then I gotta check. 2 times 3 is 6. Take away, I'm left with 18. How many times will 2 go into 18? 9 times. Double check it. 9 times 2 equals 18. And I'm going to be left with a remainder of 0. So that must mean that 2 and the number 39 are also, what's that F word? Factors. 2 and 39. Do I need to go any further? No, because I already have more than 2 factors, so this must be a composite number. Next, the number 64. I've got to make my factor T. 1 and 64. What is the same digit that I can multiply against each other and get 64?
64 times 1?
No, the same number.
32.
Like I want this number times this number to equal 64, but I want these to be the same number.
32 and 32. 8 times
8 what?
8 and
8 times 8 is
64.
so I could already know that 8 times 8 is 64. I don't even have to look for any other factors when I'm doing this because I already know there's at least 3. So this will be a composite number. Alright, make sure you put, is this easy? Just right? Or too difficult? No. I want you to mark it on your paper.
I'm going to circle it. Two times 32 equals 64.
Yes, but all I needed to know was at least 3.
Oh.
Okay, your homework. Get out your homework. Stand in front and tell them what we're going over next. You're going to stand in front and tell them what we're going over next.
I don't think. Rio, your hair is blocking. With mine? Okay, right now we're going over our homework.
Do you know Avery is there?
Alright, heads in, honeys up. Check to make sure your partner did their homework. I called him. Baby, that doesn't mean you're going to fall. Okay, remember, if your partner didn't do their homework, they need to go sign it up. Okay, so it says, what's my first problem, Sage, on Parkman?
How many cans did they bring all together?
All together. What does that word all together tell me to do? Add. That means I've got to add it, aka all together. Alright, so what's my first number I'm going to add? What's my first number I'm going to add?
5,600.
Not 8,000.
5,467 plus 4,689.
I did it.
4,600.
Alright, and if I were going to label these numbers, what would I put beside the 5,000 number?
Okay, 14.
Alright, when I add 9 plus 7, what do I get?
16.
So I put my
6
and I
and my 1.
not add my 1, carry my 1. Alright, what about 8 plus 6?
14.
Plus 1.
15.
Put my, carry my,
1.
alright, 4 plus 6.
11.
4 plus 6.
10.
Plus 1.
11.
Put my,
1.
carry my, 5 plus 4. Plus 1.
10.
Oh, no.
I've got to count 1, 2, 3 places, and that's where my comma goes. So tell me my sentence, class. The sum
10,156.
Let's do that as a class. I want to see motions and I want to be able to hear you. You don't have to yell. Miss Minton doesn't have to hear us. And Miss James doesn't feel very good, so Miss James doesn't need a headache. So say it all together, but don't yell it all together. There's a big difference. All right, the sum between 5,467 and 4,689 is 10,156 cans. Remember at the end to make your dear teacher happy. You need to label it. All right, the next one, I've got 346 times 2. Guys, I could take that easy way out and I could just say, man, I don't want to do multiplication. I'm just going to add that together twice. What kind of mindset does that show me? What kind of mindset does Miss James want you to have?
Roll.
Great. So 6 times 2 is 12. Carry my 1. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. 2 times 3 is 6. So you can even say the product of 646 and 2 is 692. Next, a rectangle has a length of 7 inches. I've got a rectangle with 7 inches. There's not much room to draw a rectangle, so I'm just going to write my equation. So P equals 7 times 2 plus, what's my width? 2 times 2. Now, why did I multiply each of those numbers by 2?
Because there's 2 sides.
There's 2 sides. So I have a top length and I have a bottom length that are the same. I have a width that's the same on the left, and I have a width that's the same on the right. So 2 times 7 is 14 plus, what's 2 times 2?
4
When I put those two numbers together, I'm going to get 18
inches.
The perimeter equals 18 inches. Next, I've got the number 13. Is 13 odd or even? Odd. So I'm going to do 1 times,
13.
and then I'm going to
Flip it.
and reverse it. So it's going to be 13 and 1. When you list your factor pairs, you've got to put them in
Order.
parentheses. Just like that. Does everyone understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, next. Is this a prime or a composite number? This number is prime.
Yeah.
All right, find the difference.
8,000.
Hang on, let me erase real quick. 8,423 subtract 5,414. Awesome, guys. All right, I've got the number 3, and I need to take away 4. Do I have 4 to take away?
No.
That's
More. Get some more.
all right. So when I go to the store, I'm gonna say, Mr. 2, I need 1. Please give me it. And he's gonna give me 1, so I'm gonna be left with 1. I'm gonna take the one that he gave me and put it in front of my 3. 13 take away 4 is 1. Take away 1 is
0.
4. Take away 4 is
0.
8. Take away 5 is
3.
Count 3 places and put a. All right, next, the number 23. 1 times, 2 times anything, 3 times anything.
No.
4, 5, 6, 7. Uh-oh.
10.
What do I need to do?
Flip it.
What do I need to do?
Flip
One more time, what do I need to do?
it.
When Miss James says flip and reverse it, I mean take these two numbers and reverse them. So if I flip them and reverse them, they're here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Show me with your hand if you're feeling wonderful this week about math. Give me a thumbs up. If you're like, I need a little bit more help, do this. And if you're like, dude, Miss James, I don't have a clue what you've talked about all week long, do this. So I need to see thumbs up, I need to see you wiggling, or I need to see thumbs down. I need you to be truthful. I don't want to know what your friend thinks. I want to know what you think. I want to know what you think. Okay, if you'll put your hands down, and if you will put away your morning work and your homework, and if you'll get out that small factor sheet from yesterday. No, I only took up your paper. It looks like this. Avery, the next thing we're going to work on is our factor poster, and it looks like this.
It's so
Mom, we can have a shirt.
Okay, guys, I want to point out to you that Miss James, remember Miss James did mine on the board to show you as an example? While I was looking at some of you were turning in your paper yesterday, you tried to hand me this. What is the difference in mine and yours, though?
We actually didn't write on it.
What was that, Alex?
You wrote on it?
I wrote on mine. Did you write on yours?
No.
That's going to help you. Remember, guys, this is for a grade. This is a grade that you're doing. So you don't want it to be something that's not a great grade. You want to give it your all. So if this is going to help you make your poster better, you need to make sure you have this filled out. In a second, I'm going to come around and pass out your drafts, and you may go ahead and get started. Now, listen to me really quickly. I have a lot of great resources over here. Lots of great resources. Thanks to some of our friends. I've got some stickers, I've got eyeballs, I've got beans, I've got gravel, I've got some little fuzzy balls. I've got a lot of great things over here. But I want you to use them smart. I don't want you just to use them crazy and wasteful. Because in the future we may have another project where we may need to use these items again. So if we're wasting these items this time, the next time we need them, they may not be available. So remember, you can get one piece of construction paper or one piece of computer paper that's over there. Then you can get the supplies that you wish. This must be neat. It must be creative. This is your time to be creative. You don't always get to be creative and draw and have fun. But I'm giving you that opportunity now. So I need you to take advantage of it, and I need you to do it correctly.
What is this test do?
It's today. These are going outside in the hallway, so you sure don't want Miss Mitten or Dr. Wright or another principal from another school coming around, or even a parent to come to our school and see something that you're not proud of. So you need to make sure you're taking your time on these. Now let me show you about other class. They actually got to start theirs yesterday. And you can see that they started adding things. See how they have arrays using the resources? This one's great. So make sure you're using the resources correctly and not wastefully. Now, I'm going to pass out your rough drafts, and if you're done with your rough draft, you can go ahead and go get your piece of construction paper or your piece of white paper, and you can go ahead and get busy. Now, when you go to glue things like the beans and stuff, you've got to use liquid glue. When we use liquid glue, we just squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. No, you've got to be careful. Again, use it respectfully. Don't use it and waste it. Okay? When I call your name, you'll come up here and get your draft and either continue working on your draft, or if you're done with your draft, you may go ahead and start on your poster. Now I'm going to tell you, we're going to have till about 9:20. Let's say, let's go with 9:20. So we've got about 25 minutes now. You got to work quickly, yes, to finish them.
Like you said,
9:20. So when that long hand's on the 4. All right, Kiana. I don't know whose this is.
that's the
Zach. Because we still have one other project to do today. Haston, Brielle, William, Lena, Madison Hill, Haley, John Parker, Wyatt, Mary Margaret, Carter, Cameron, Kelly. Hang on 1 second, please. Hang on 1 second, please. John Ed, Goslin, Luke Ellis, I believe. Trinity, Luke Massey. Don't know who this is. And Emma. Who's this? Is this yours out?
Say yo-yo. I'm done.
I may use almost all of them since I'm doing them.
Just make sure you're using your spacing correctly, okay? Alright, where did my paper go? My little caption. Okay, we're not using those things because they're not. That's why they're over here.
That doesn't look like 60. You want eyeballs? Oh yeah. How are you?
Figure out on your poster. Everything needs to be on your poster. and go. Grab things and go. You don't have to grab all of your materials right now. Grab some things and go get busy. Grab some things and go and get busy. Remember, you've been back here for an hour, baby. Come on, let's go. I mean, our pace, we gotta go a little bit quicker. Guys, the resources you're using are to create arrays. They are not to decorate your poster. They are to create arrays on your poster. So you shouldn't just be getting one single sticker and just putting it on your paper. Unless your number's 1, and I don't think we can use number 1. Ugh. Y'all gotta learn. Alright. I know, but y'all don't learn as much without me. You can draw yours. That's why I say they're not making such a large number. Next, we're going to work on our class band project after we finish our factor coaster, and we will continue this on Monday. With this project, we're going to create different arrays that could be formed on a football field during a band performance. Here are some examples.